JJ has been stalling for like 10 minutes before finally hitting the R button and starting this recording. My god, I can't wait to get into it again. My name is Alex, coming right to you from the Trash Can Studios, and I got JJ sitting right next to me. JJ, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
How do you like our new Trash Can Studio?
What new studio?
The Trash Can Studio? It's your bedroom.
It's still my bedroom. Nothing has changed.
It's a studio. It's basically, it's not his bedroom. It's a studio, but he sleeps in it.
Yeah, I'm like one of those hipster artists. I live in like a studio.
You live in the studio. It's like we got like the glass wall and all. There's instruments everywhere. We got microphone setups and what?
There used to be a drum set here.
They should be. You should bring that back.
I could.
Bring it back
it's in the attic. I mean,
and play the shenanigans thing whenever someone makes a bad joke. Exactly right. That's what we need to do. Yes, we are.
They were probably way too loud.
We are potentially. We are in our new Trash Can Studios, which also just so happens to be the
old Trash Can Studios.
Also happens to be the place that JJ eats, sleeps, prays 5 times daily. He prays 5 times daily, facing a very specific direction. That's just what he does. Okay, but let's get...
Oh, hail the flying spaghetti monster!
Yes, sir. Okay, let's get into the Trash Talk podcast.
Yeah, the first topic, introducing the Hearthstone week.
Introducing the Hearthstone week. The next week, it's Saturday, right?
Yes.
It is Saturday because that's what we do podcast, right? The next week, starting tomorrow?
Yes.
Not exactly a calendar week, but 7 days. 6 days. Only 6 days. 6 days.
Well, including the podcast at 7.
Well, yeah, this is counting as Hearthstone week. 7 days. We are doing an entire week of Hearthstone on our channel.
Daily Hearthstone videos in addition to... No, wait, no. In addition to a lot of the normal content we produce, like the podcast, which is just Hearthstone
and the Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead stays.
Going up, exactly.
And
the reviews of Rick and Morty.
Exactly. So
Hearthstone video every single day, starting basically today. Like, starting tomorrow with the actual
If you count this as a Hearthstone video, then starting today.
Yeah, starting tomorrow until next Friday.
Yes.
Right?
So 6 Hearthstone gameplays.
6 Hearthstone gameplays. And it's going to be my journey as an absolute idiot starting into Hearthstone. The first video is the first time I ever played Hearthstone.
Yes. And
the first 3 videos are me playing Hearthstone for the first time. And after that, the second 3 videos, like 4 to 6, is gonna be videos where I've already been playing a little bit, know a little bit of what I'm doing, still bad, but JJ is basically trying to get me to as good a Hearthstone player as possible within a week.
Exactly. So this podcast is recorded after the first 3 episodes.
Were recorded, yes. Not uploaded, but yes.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's recorded after we recorded the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, that is true. Agreed.
And so we wanted to use this podcast to announce the Hearthstone week and also talk a bit about your progress thus far and maybe some little tips I can give you.
So I've been playing Hearthstone for like 2 weeks now, right? At the time of recording this podcast, like 2 weeks ago, we recorded the first 3 gameplays.
Yes.
Which are going up on tomorrow and on Monday and Tuesday.
Yeah.
Exactly. And the other ones, we're recording when the time comes. But, okay, so at the beginning, I was bad. Really bad, because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, of course.
Now,
we basically just started the game and I explained to you things as they came up because that's the easiest way to explain it.
You will see that when you look at the Hearthstone videos that's coming out tomorrow. But the first time he just told me, play this and this, like do this. I was just moving the mouse. He was playing, basically. So, been playing for like 2 weeks at home. Been studying a little bit. Still horrible at it. But I'm going to try to get better. So, why not? Also, in the halftime show, we got a quiz about Hearthstone. JJ's going to test my knowledge so far. Like, the knowledge that I've been able to gather over 2 weeks of playing.
Exactly. So, you started out playing on my account just for the first 3 videos. Then you created your own account, started playing on your own time. And a few things that I'm not sure if you knew that I kind of wanted to mention as part of this topic. First of all, I think I've told you that before, but the newest expansion added the Ice Crown solo adventures.
The Knights of the Frozen Throne is
exactly.
Yeah, pretty good.
That added these in the solo adventure section. That added Ice Crown, which is a free solo adventure as opposed to the older expansions, which all cost money or /gold.
Okay. And
if you play the first match, which I'm pretty sure there's barely a way to lose that.
The first one you'll lose definitely because you're playing the Lich King.
Well, yeah,
and he's defeating you immediately, and then he turns you into evil Jaina.
Yes.
And then you're taking on your compadre there.
Exactly.
Your muchacho. And then there's no way you basically lose because every single one of his cards is defective apparently.
Yeah, so that gives you a legendary card, a legendary hero as a replacement.
Which apparently, I mean, I did it, but I don't have the card. Here's the thing, right? That's what I believe would happen, right? When I got into it, I didn't even know how this stuff worked, right? I just got into it, played the first games, beat that game, got the legendary hero card, didn't know what it was, didn't know what it did, and then was building a deck. That must have been one of the cards that I just disenchanted to get some more dust.
Oh, okay.
Potentially, because I did it again. Like I looked into it after you told me. That's how you do it. That's how you get a legendary hero card. The game was already checked, like with the green check mark.
Yeah,
so
you can only get your rewards once.
Yes, exactly.
Otherwise, that would be really easy to get.
Of course,
legendaries just disenchant 4 of them, get a new legend that you want.
Get all the legends. Does work right. Also, the other one, like the next one, the Lower Citadel, right?
Yes.
First game, can't beat it. Can't beat it.
Yeah. So the bosses after that are hard compared to any other bosses that they previously had in the game.
Can't beat him.
But every layer...
He's got the bone spike, right? Where it's like 15 damage at the beginning of a turn.
Oh, yeah.
Once that drops, I'm done. It's like, wow, what am I doing?
Actually, with a priest, you can use things like the Cabal Shadow Priest to take control of those.
Yeah, or remove it.
Or just remove it. They have 0 attack, right?
Yes.
So you could, for example, kill it with Shadowward Horror or Shadowward Pain.
Yes.
Shadowward Horror is nice because it removes all minions with 2 or less attack.
That's alright.
So every tier, basically, every 3 bosses you get a pack.
Mm.
Being a Lich King, you also get a pack, and I just wanted to mention that for other new players.
Does every pack I get in that adventure contain a legendary hero?
No.
Just one random pack?
It's just a normal card pack with the same... It's a Frozen Throne card pack. So...
Alright. I don't know if that's worth it to me. I'm gonna try to beat him, but it's tough.
So that's just... For new players, definitely at least finish the first fight. Get a free legendary.
Exactly. And don't disenchant him. Like, like if you're completely new to the game and you don't have any cards crafted yet, like, see which one you get and build a deck from that hero. I would recommend. Be like right?
Generally try to not disenchant too many cards unless it actually suggested for like the 3rd card of a type or the 2nd legendary or whatever.
I was like, I'm gonna need to build this priest deck or this hunter deck. Actually, the hunter deck mostly, and it's like, alright, I'm gonna disenchant cards, but I don't know even what they do.
Yeah, sure, but it's always a pain when you disenchant cards and then later you want to build another deck and you're like, oh, I could have used those cards.
Exactly, right? So
because at that point you're wasting dust.
Yeah, that's I'm not gonna make that mistake.
So another thing that I think is worth mentioning is that since a recent patch, or update I should say, quests can now also be completed in a friendly duel.
I've been facing that quite a bit. It's like play 7 taunt minions and gain this and this.
Yeah, but you can get those, you can play those in a friendly duel as well. So I could challenge you and you could just play your cards from a certain class or type that you need.
How do you get those quests though? I've been wondering.
The quest, you just get one every day.
Never seen one before. Oh wait, you mean those quests? Oh, those quests. Okay, I was thinking about something else.
Oh, you were thinking about the quest cards.
Potentially, yeah. It's like when the beginning of a game, it's play like whatever this and this many taunt minions.
Those are legendary cards. No, I meant the in-game quests that you get every day.
Yeah,
you can actually complete those in a friendly matchup,
right.
As well as, of course, in your standard ranked.
Which makes it easier to do that, right?
Exactly, because
so we should start doing that whenever I get like win 3 games with Warlock. It's like I'll just go Warlock and you let me win 3 games and I'll let you win 3 games, right?
Yeah, you don't have to, because I can, for most classes I can do it, because a trick that I use is when I have to do a class that I don't play a lot, I go in wild ranked, which I don't play besides just for that.
Yeah.
So I'm really low.
Alright.
So I'll just be facing people who are playing shitty decks.
Yeah, I can see that.
And I can...
Because you can't do it in solo adventures.
You can't do it in the adventures, but you can do it in Tavern Brawl.
You can't do it in
Arena, and in your normal play, both casual and ranked.
Yeah, but not practice mode.
Exactly.
Wow.
So
that's how we might have to do that.
Also a thing that is not very intuitive, so I might as well mention it, is that for the quests, the little X mark that appears,
yeah, you can
actually doesn't delete it, it re-rolls it.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, but at first when I saw that, I was like, why would I delete a quest that gives me gold?
Yeah, it gives you a new quest.
It gives you a new quest, but you can do once a day. So it's generally suggested to reroll all quests that are worth 40 gold, because that's the worst you can get.
Alright.
And then...
But we still need to do the stuff where you let me win the quests. Or we help each other win the quest. Because I'm not going to win 3 games playing Warlock or Shaman, because I don't have any Shaman card.
Sure.
Don't even have the basic ones.
Yeah, so that's just a thing worth mentioning, that it also works in friendly. Let's see if I have any other things written down here. Oh yeah, the Tavern Brawl is actually really cool. I did
the one free one. You get a free one when you start your account. Isn't it? No, that's the arena. I'm sorry. That's the arena.
So the Tavern Brawl is really cool.
Not that familiar yet.
Because they change it every week, and it's active from I think it's Thursday through Sunday or something.
Played 1-2 at one point. It was cards cost less with every single round or something.
So those are always fun and new ways to play. Sometimes you get a deck, sometimes you have to build one.
It's insanity.
And every single week, the first time you win, you get a card pack, like a classic card pack.
Alright.
So you should always.
Is it free to play?
Yeah.
All the time?
Yeah.
As much as possible?
You only get one card pack, but the playing itself is free.
Alright, so I play and I lose, I can just play again. I can play again and again until I win and get my pack.
So
it's good.
I would also suggest for everyone to play every week, until you win one Tavern Brawl, because getting that many card packs, you can get a lot of dust out of it if you already have a lot of the classic cards, or you can just fill up your stock of classic cards.
I'll pull a legend.
Yeah.
Why not? I pulled the legend in the very first pack I ever opened. Got the Lich King, didn't know what it was, didn't know what to do with it. So I was like, I got hyped for 3 seconds, and I texted JJ like, what's the probability of pulling legends? I pulled the Lich King. He's like, what? He doesn't even have the Lich King, and I still got the
Lich King's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
Which is interesting because another friend of mine also pulled the Lich King in one of his first Frozen Throne packs, and I haven't gotten any of the new legendaries besides one of the heroes, of course.
Pulled the Lich King.
Yeah.
If you're really bad, you need to at least be lucky.
Yeah, but also I've read somewhere that it's basically guaranteed after 40 pulls to get at least one legendary.
Okay.
But those go per type of pack, so I would have to open 40 Frozen Throne packs and I would be guaranteed to have at least one legendary.
Okay. Probably not worth it. I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's really the only thing you spend coins on, right? Packs. Or the arena, but...
Or the arena.
But the arena only if you're a pretty good player.
Well, the arena, I actually like spending money on because...
You need to win 2 games to break even.
I want to say it's 3, but...
It's 2.
It's 2?
It's 2.
Okay. But still, it's another fun game to play. It doesn't matter how many cards you have in your actual collection.
It's like for those of you who play Madden, it's like Draft Champions. It's like you get to pick cards.
Yeah. So, also that's sometimes a fun way if you have some quests of classes that you don't really have a deck for. Like, if you're, I don't know, especially if you have Mage or Druid as quests, you don't have any decks for them. Those classes tend to be relatively good in Arena.
Druid tends to be relatively good in general.
Yeah.
At the moment. I've looked at the statistic, the other day, was the most played cards aside from the coin in Hearthstone over the last period of time, whatever, and 9 of them was Druid cards, all the Jade stuff, and the Doomsayer.
Yeah.
All the other ones were Druid stuff.
Don't like the Doomsayer that much.
Doomsayer is alright. I mean, I've never played it myself, but you gotta get rid of them. Like, get a full board, or you gotta drop a good minion.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, right? It just stops your entire turn when your opponent drops a Doomsayer.
If you're
playing a minion-based deck.
You don't like facing it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I
like,
also don't usually play it because most of my decks run a lot of minions, so
it doesn't make sense if you're
counterproductive.
If you're gonna play minions, you need to get rid of them.
If you play like Freeze Mage or something, that makes all the sense in the world to play Doomsayer.
Sure.
But even then, it's like, oh, hey, I'm facing a priest.
Yeah.
Shadowwood Pain is like...
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
also, priests don't play that very many minions in the beginning.
Well, depending on what deck you play. I mean...
Like control priests.
If you play, for example, Cthulhu, which I actually like to play as priest.
I've never tried it as a priest. I mean, I've never tried Cthulhu because I don't know.
Because you don't have it.
I don't have it. Don't know what... How do you get it? Can you pull that?
That should be in the...
It's not craftable.
Old Gods card packs, I believe.
It's not craftable, right?
I don't know, because...
I don't think it is.
Because I got my Cthulhu from when the Old Gods expansion was new. If you logged in within like the first 2 weeks, you would get...
Yeah.
Cthulhu and 2 Beckoners of Evil for free.
Oh, you told me.
Which is always good, because before a new expansion launches, they usually give you options to win like other card packs or get cards. Something. Right. So, for example, for Knights of the Frozen Throne, they had the thing where you were given quests where it's like play 3 games in arena.
All right.
And they would also give you free arena runs every now and again.
That's cool.
So basically, I think the quests and the free runs actually always came at the same time. So you would, and because you have to play 3 games, where it's still an option to lose all 3 of them.
Yeah. You
would always get the card pack if you just played it.
All right. I mean, that's good value. I mean, I'm gonna need to be on the lookout for that in the future. Between
some of the gold I had saved up and the card packs I earned, and the ones you got when the expansion launched, I think I got around 10 card packs.
That's pretty
Maybe
good.
Even a bit more in the beginning, and then you get the ones from actually playing the bosses and stuff.
I got a question, right? So here's the thing, when I usually what I do is when I saved up just by playing, saved up 100 coins, I'll just go buy a pack. Is it a good idea, or should I not do that?
Well, so technically that's probably the most cost efficient thing if you can't do 3 or more arena wins, basically.
Tough. Don't really have
and it gives you more control of what you're getting, because for arena I believe you can get any card pack that is currently in standard, or it's just in US and classics. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Don't play that much arena, to be honest.
Arena is a bit risky for me.
But so arena, if you're good at it, is definitely worth more than packs. Otherwise, packs are probably the best value. The adventures are also something that, I mean, I generally try to go for.
Right.
But
I've tried the one, I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's like where you play as this dude who's facing the demon who didn't invite him to a party.
Oh yeah, that's the prologue for One-Headed Karazhan.
Oh yeah, exactly. It's like, it's tough because you only got spells, and you gotta wait to that one turn where you can do extra spell damage, all spells are free.
Yeah.
All that stuff at the same time to beat him immediately, because his hero power is something like a 6/6 minion.
Yeah.
Something else crazy like that.
So those wings, you always get a bunch of cards,
right,
and a guaranteed legendary.
Need to find out how to win that too. Guaranteed legendary sounds
for
pretty good.
newer ones, there might actually be multiple legendaries in wings. I don't know.
That would be pretty great.
I remember that in Next Ramos it was you would get there would be 3 bosses.
Alright.
For each one you would get 2 copies of a card.
Right.
And then if you beat all 3 of them, which you would have to beat them in order, you would also get a legendary and unlock 2 class challenges, which would in turn also give you 2 copies of a card for that particular class.
Okay, that sounds good. So I could use some legendaries because I could use some dust.
So basically for 700 gold you would be getting 10 cards and a legendary.
That's alright.
Which, just because of legendary, is usually worth it. The thing is, disenchanting them, I'm not sure if that's actually an option for the newer ones. For the older ones that aren't standard anymore, you can definitely disenchant them.
Alright.
But at that point, 7 packs versus all the few cards you're getting from the expansion, you would have to calculate if that's worth it.
Yeah, sure. Here's the thing, right? I'm playing Hunter right now. Like, I've decided that I'm gonna try to build a Hunter deck because that's apparently one of the more easy decks. Whereas, like, originally, the first time I played myself, I was like, okay, I'm gonna play Priest, which is apparently pretty tough. So
yeah, Priest is generally considered relatively weak.
Yeah, so I'm starting to play Hunter. And what I want to get the Deathstalker Rexar and just build the Hunter deck for a little bit.
Yeah.
Until that runs out of steam and I can just swap to something else. But, like, right now, that's what I want to focus on. So, I'm going to have to find a way to get that Rexar. Can you craft those?
I think so. I don't know. I haven't checked, but most cards are craftable.
Alright.
There's just a few exceptions. And if it's craftable, then it would be 1,600 dust.
Which is a lot.
Yeah, which is a lot. Usually, like, I open a pack and I get, like, 5 or 10 dust from the duplicate cards. And I keep all the other cards because I want to have as expansive of a collection as possible.
A lot of people have those, like, heroes. It's tough. Like, a lot of people have them.
Yeah, because you can get one for free.
Sure, but...
And it's random which one you get, so you're going to face all of them.
But it means that you'd have to then play that class, which I wouldn't really want to do, necessarily.
Yeah, so I got the Shaman, which I think is actually a lot of fun.
You told me that off the air, too.
I actually run him with Murlocs, which isn't that effective.
Is that the Zoo?
Zoo just means you're playing a lot of cheap minions, basically.
Okay.
So, basically, most Murloc decks, if not all, would be considered Zoo.
I was thinking Zoo would be like Shamans playing Murlocs. I thought that was called Zoo. But, okay, fair enough.
So, that kind of works, but at the same time, there are other cards that have more value with, like, Evolve or or the Death Seer. For example, Doppelgangsters, really good.
Yeah.
Because
it's a 6 minion one, and every single one transforms them into a 7/1, right?
I believe it's 5, but
or 5 or 6. It's not like the dudes are worth individually like 2. It's like all 3 of them are worth. Yeah, I faced that before. That's tough. That's tough.
Pretty good.
You can also do that with anything like that spawns like a huge amount of minions, like the Unleashed Hounds, Spreading Plague.
Yeah.
If you do have the
Onyxia.
Yeah, if you do have the evolve stuff, right?
Onyxia should also be tough because you get it for 8 mana. You get an 8/8.
Yeah.
And your entire board is filled with 1/1s.
Alright.
So you're getting 6 1/1s. If you evolve that, you have 1 9 mana minion.
And 6 2/2. 2 mana ones.
And actually, Onyxia might be 9. I might be wrong there. Right. It's 8 or 9. I don't.
That's good value though.
Yeah, but either way,
that's
you're getting a lot of 2 mana minions if you evolve that.
Great value.
Or 3 mana if you get the Death Seer.
Alright. So, okay.
Although if you do the Death Seer...
One more thing, right? From what I was saying, there's 3 like general types of decks, right? There's aggro decks, there's mid-range decks, and there's control decks, right? And it basically...
Yeah, for the most part.
It tells you how aggressive the deck is playing.
Yes.
Like, aggro decks are ones where you play a lot of minions, you're playing really fast, and you're hitting the face.
Yeah, for example, like the Face Hunter, which I think is what you're, for the most part, playing.
Yes, exactly. A control deck is where you don't play a lot, which would be what I did with the Priest. And you're trying to build for a combination that can kill your opponent, even like for example, a Priest, right?
There's also a lot of control warriors because hero power allows you to get extreme amounts of armor and then
but for example,
getting a lot of taunt minions. So that's also one of the gimmicks of warrior. Opposed to the more
in general.
There's exactly 2 types of warrior decks you can play. Either the really aggressive ones where you're hurting your own minions,
pirates
and stuff. Oh yeah, and pirates, which are both like really aggro.
Yeah.
Or like just like taunt. Like
yep.
There's taunt minions that discover other taunt minions. There is I know a guy which is 1 mana discover a taunt.
This fucking robot bastard.
There's Bolster, which just gives all your taunts +1/+1.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not sure. Is that still standard? I think that's still standard.
I think so. And like for Priest, for example, there's a type of deck where you can have like a combination of putting a minion with pretty high health, power word shield them, inner fire, and like it deals 20 damage.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. That's like more of a control stuff. Is that control? I guess where you wanna like build for 1 turn, we can kill them all. Yeah. Or basically build them to an extreme way of control where you wanna beat your opponent by them taking fatigue damage.
Yeah, that's...
Because that's in the Warriors deck too with the Deadman's Hand.
Yeah, that's actually more extreme in Rogue and Druid. Because you have the... what's the Murloc called? For fuck's sake, well, I'm forgetting it now.
What Murloc?
Well, that lets both players draw 2 cards.
Oh, I don't know. It's one of those.
I actually forgot right now.
There's too many Murlocs.
I used to know what it's called, but...
Hate the bastards.
But, so that's... So, the way rogues play, because it's 3 mana, they play it, and then they Shadow Step it, and they can play it for 1 mana again. Shadow Step is free, so they can for 4 mana let you both draw 4 cards. Then they play, as well in the deck, Gang Up.
Right.
Which lets you shuffle 3 copies of a minion in your deck, so they play the Murloc, hit Gang Up, so their deck is now bigger than yours.
And Druid can do that.
You both draw.
Druid can just do it with Jade Idol, right?
Yeah, and Druid can do it with
They can
Jade
basically
Idol.
cycle it forever.
They will also be running that Murloc, which kind of bugs me. The name escaping me right now, but
doesn't matter. Name.
Call that Oracle.
Alright, thank you.
So
I was just saying that, name it in the comments, and he comes up with it. Fair enough. You just ruined everyone's day by saying it.
So
there was some smarky ass out there who was like, I'm gonna drop it in the comment section. They don't know it.
So and for Druid, you're also gonna be running like Naturalize, for example, which destroys an opponent's minion, which from 1 mana is already pretty powerful. Unless the opponent draw 2 cards, which is supposed to be the negative part of the effect. Yep. But if you're running a mill deck, which means that you're trying to get your opponent to draw as many cards as possible, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. When I've been watching, which I've done sometimes, watching gameplay online of pros, they usually have their hand full of cards. They will have a lot of cards. And they, for me, after the first 4 or 5 turns, even with the Hunter, I'll have 2 cards max a turn.
Yeah, but if you're playing a more aggressive deck, you're also going to be playing more cards.
Yes.
And if you don't have any card draw in your deck, you are going to end up top decking.
Yeah, sure, but the goal of, for example, my Hunter deck is kill the dude in 6-7 turns.
Yeah, sure.
Because I want to be Alley Cat, Crackling Razor Maw, Animal Companion, then Houndmaster, Timberwolf, and all that stuff, and get the attack up, and then hit him in the face all the time, but right before we can build up a board with all that taunt. Yeah,
so
I've had it on several occasions that I've been playing Mage or whatever, or Priest, and I've had them down to 1 health for 5 turns. And I can't beat them.
That sucks.
Warrior, right? Because they can counter the deadly shot. It's not deadly shot, it's a steady shot. The steady shot. 2 armor, 2 damage. Every single time. I don't have any more cards. He's got his handful of cards.
Or, what also sucks is, mages with Ice Block. They play an Ice Block.
Yeah.
You bring them down to 1. The next, you bring them down to 1 in 1 turn. Next turn, they play a secret, and it's Ice Block.
It's the one where they immune, right? They can't.
Yeah, exactly.
Take
you hit him. Yeah. It's oh yeah, that's my turn.
Exactly.
Let's build my board if I can, and then they hit Frost Nova, new Ice Block. Next turn you can't do shit because their entire board is.
Right?
And then the turn after that, they have Ice Block, and it's
exactly.
And then
they got this. They got this one where they discover a secret,
and then they pull out 4 Sorcerer's Apprentices.
Yeah.
And Antonidas, and they just hit you with 3 fireballs.
Yep.
0 mana fireballs.
Exactly.
That spawn new fireball because Antonidas. Really?
Yeah.
And I've seen, I think I've been killed by that method twice.
It's insane.
Within the last 2 weeks.
Awful. Hate it. Hate raising it.
It's so surprising that they can even pull it off that good.
Even though...
With the 4 fucking apprentices, which is 8 mana in the first place, but... setting those up, then playing Antonidas, and all that without even...
Even though I still have one of the best win ratios against Mage as a Hunter, which is hard to believe for you apparently, but to me, I'm happy. I'm happy whenever I'm playing Mage.
I'm not
a Mage.
I'm not saying that Mage in general is a problem. I'm just saying if they run that specific combo, and they can pull it off, which they can, as I said, it's surprising how well they can pull it off. That really sucks.
You know what? We got a quiz about the same game that we're still talking about, and we should get into that.
Yeah, sure.
Because we've been talking for a half hour, and we still got a lot of Hearthstone to come up this week. So I hope you're all excited for that Hearthstone quiz. JJ, You are going to test my knowledge that I have gathered so far, and then after that, you're going to evaluate my progress for the 2 weeks. Like how well did I do for being 2 weeks into the game?
Sure. So the first question is, how much dust do you? What's the minimum amount of dust you get if you enchant all the cards from a pack? If you disenchant them.
The minimum amount of cards.
Minimum amount of dust. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? You get at least one rare card.
Yes.
Assuming that you get 4 commons and 1 rare, I think common ones disenchant for 5.
Yes.
Which will be 20, and rare ones is it 10 or 20? I'm not sure. I'm gonna what did it disenchant for, man? It's a fifth of the amount that they need to craft them, right?
A quarter, if I'm not mistaken. Because legends disenchant for 400, and you craft them with 1,600.
Okay, that might be a quarter. I'm gonna say 20. So the minimum will be 40.
I'm actually not 100% certain, but I was relatively safe that it was 10 for the rares, in which case it will be 30.
Okay, but fair enough.
To be fair, not 100% certain. I didn't do any research. I just noted those down.
Okay.
Then, what character's hero power, and you probably know this, but gives them a weapon?
That's rogue because they equip a 1/1 dagger.
Yes.
Or is it 1/2 dagger? Yeah.
But yes. You know.
Also, got a point.
What's the name, and you're gonna hate this one, of the 0 mana 1/1 Murloc?
There is a 0 mana Murloc?
Yes.
It's, alright. Which one is it? Wait, the Murloc... The Murloc Raider is a 1 mana minion, I believe.
Yes, it's summoned by the Murloc Tycaller. What you were saying, but there's an actual card you can put in your deck that's Murloc that's 1/1 for 0 mana.
Not sure.
That's Murloc Tiny Fin.
Tiny Fin. Okay, I don't think I faced it that much. Because usually what they do is like Murloc Tycaller, and then Murloc War Leader, and Bloodlust.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're done. It's like, god damn, like how are these little creatures beating a hunter? It's like, man, Murlocs. They're supposed to be a joke. They're supposed to be a joke in the game, and they're powerful. What? Alright, next one.
So you play a lot of hunter.
I do play a lot of hunter.
So can you tell me the exact stats and ability of the Scavenging Hyena?
It's a 2/2.
Yes.
And whenever a friendly beast dies, it gains +2/+1.
How much mana does it cost?
It's 2 mana.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I got that in my deck. Got it in my deck.
Here's a bit of a harder one.
Alright.
What does Anti-Magic Shell do?
Anti-Magic Shell. I don't think I know the card, but should I just take a guess?
Sure.
I'm gonna say it's the name of that secret that counters an opponent's spell.
That's Counterspell.
Okay, it's Counterspell. Way more intuitive, but I don't know.
No, it's actually a card that you can get from the Lich King.
Alright.
And it gives all of your minions +2/+2 and immune to and can't be targeted by heroes and spells.
I had that before. Didn't look at the name. I had that when I was playing Priest because I had Lich King in the Priest deck.
Yeah. Right. And I believe it's 5 mana, but I'm not sure.
Possible.
So which class has the most heroes? So technically there's 2 at the current time, but like you know that there's like alternate hero portraits you can have.
Yeah. Which one has the most?
Which one has the most? There's actually 2 classes that have
more than 2?
Yes.
Alright. Is it wait. Okay, for like I've definitely been facing a lot of different shamans. Like at least I don't know if it was 3, but I don't think me. Okay, I'm gonna say shaman, and I'm gonna say. Alright. Let me say paladin.
So paladin has Uther as the normal one, of course, and they have 2 alternative ones, including Arthas, who was added in the new expansion, and it's mage.
It's mage. Mage? Really?
Yeah.
Alright.
So that brings us to the next question, which is, Name all of the heroes.
Oh god.
So
all of them?
Well,
like the classes.
You have to.
Or their names too.
Their names.
All right. Okay.
Of course, you also have to give the class. But,
okay. So let's
at
go.
least the basic ones.
Okay. So let's go. The hunter is Rexar.
Yes.
Right. The warrior is Garrosh.
Mm-hmm.
The mage is Jaina.
Mm-hmm.
The priest is Anduin.
Yes.
The rogue is Valera.
Yes.
The paladin is Uther, as you said before. The druid is Malfurion.
Yeah.
The warlock is Gul'dan. Is there one that I'm missing?
Shaman.
The shaman is... God damn, what's the shaman, man? What's the shaman called? Let me think of it. The warlock is Gul'dan, though, right?
Yes.
Alright. Because
I think it's pronounced... Oh, wait. Oh, no. I think actually the innkeeper pronounces it Gul'dan. I'm not sure if it's Gul'dan or Gul'dan, but yeah.
I'm not sure. And the shaman. What's the shaman called? Damn. Alright, let me think out here. The shaman? I've definitely been facing him. I can't put my finger on it. What's it called?
Should I tell you?
Yeah.
Thrall,
of course. Yeah, sure.
Can you name any of the alternate ones as well?
Oh my god. Don't think so, but let me think real quick. Yeah, Morgul.
Morgul the Oracle
because he's
a
a joke, but I think that's all.
Do you know the new paladin one? I'm pretty sure
you mentioned him before, right?
Yeah.
Arthas?
Yeah.
Arthas, yeah.
And so you also have for paladin Lady Lilandra, which is why I didn't mention him before, by the way.
I think I faced him.
For mage you have Medivh and Khadgar.
There's also Maiev somewhere. Is that a rogue?
Yeah, that's a rogue.
Maiev.
And then let me see. Magni for warrior.
Magni. All right.
Magni.
I definitely faced another warrior. I'm not sure.
You have. I want to say your name is Alira for hunter.
Alira.
Alira Windrunner, something like that.
There's another priest.
There's another priest. Her name is Taronda Whisperwind.
Okay.
And yeah, the other ones you got them. It's like Rexar.
Yeah.
And I could tell you the full names for all of them.
I don't know all of them. Rexar Rexar have a?
I don't think he does.
It's Anduin Rin or something like that. Malfurion Stormrage.
Yes.
It's
Pretty sure the orcs don't have any last names.
Does Garrosh has one?
Yeah, Garrosh has one.
It's
technically not a last name. It's a clan name, but Hellscream.
Oh yeah, Hellscream. Jaina Prodmore.
Yes.
I
Uther.
Was it Lightbridge or something?
Lightbringer.
I'll never read that shit exactly. Does Valera have one?
I don't know actually right now.
I'm not sure. Sure, Gul'dan and Shaman Thrall.
They don't have any.
They don't have any, right?
And like for the alternate ones, like Magni Bronzebeard, it's
Maiev, something with shadows.
Maiev Shadow Song.
Yeah, exactly.
Arthas. What is Arthas?
Morgul the Oracle.
Morgul the Oracle, yeah. And like Lady Land, right? Don't think
I got them all except for Sham for Thrall, which I knew, but I couldn't come up with it.
And the alternate hunter's last name is Windrunner. She's the sister of Sylvanas Windrunner.
Okay. Rexar doesn't have one, right?
Rexar doesn't have one, no. Yeah. But he's from the Magnathol clan.
Okay.
Magnathol, which is a clan consisting of, like, basically, like, half ogres, half orcs.
Fair enough. All right.
That's relevant for.
I'm cool.
For the card
that.
game, but
I'm cool with that. Let the hunt begin.
So getting back to Hunter.
Yes.
What is the Hunter legendary called that has 8/8 and charge?
8/8 and charge. Man, it's a dinosaur, I believe.
Yes, it's the original Hunter legendary because back in the day, every class just had one.
It's man. Is it King Crush?
Yes.
It's King Crush, right? Yeah.
Also,
there's also one that attacks an opponent's main as soon as they play him.
Yes, that's Swamp King Dread.
Yes, exactly. King Crush. Got him.
Also, do you know how much mana he costs?
I'm gonna say 9.
Yes. I mean, it's not that hard because
I don't have him in my deck. I sometimes get him from the Jeweled Macaw.
Because the rough estimate is usually that it's if you have like
between 8 and 10.
If you have XX as the stats, it's usually like around X, and then for the effects it's a bit better. So charge is like +1. Can you tell me the stats of Prophet Valen and his ability?
Prophet Valen.
Most interesting, the ability.
Prophet Valen. I've faced him before, but can you tell me the class?
Priest.
Prophet Valen. Priest. Alright, probably not.
He is, I believe, 9 mana. Might be 8. 7/7.
Alright.
And all your spells and hero power do double damage and heal double.
Oh, okay.
So if you have a Holy Nova, it's like it does 4 damage.
Tough. And
heals 4.
That's tough. That would also be a great booster for the Power Word Shield, Inner Fire type of stuff, right?
No, it's just damage and healing.
Oh, okay. Alright, fair enough.
Although Inner Fire takes the current health, not the total. It's not the maximum. So if you need to heal up your minion before, it's still helpful. But
yeah, sure.
It doesn't buff the actual spell. So I did write down what's the name of the newest expansion, but you already mentioned that before.
Knights of the Frozen Throne. You started mentioning that in the first topic.
I'm pretty sure you were the first one to mention the name, though.
Yeah, sure, but that was gonna come up, right?
Yeah.
Not good preparation. That's JJ for you.
Also, something that we kind of touched upon before, but what do you get when you beat the Lich King with all 9 classes?
You get the Lich King? The card?
No, you get Arthas, the alternate hero for
fair enough.
For Paladin. What does Elite Tauren Chief?
What?
I was gonna ask you what ETC stands for, but I accidentally said it.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Good.
That was my bad.
Great.
Point for you.
Point for me. God.
Do you know where Elite Tauren Chieftain comes from, though?
No.
Because Elite Tauren Chieftain is a band formed by some Blizzard employees that actually make songs based on Blizzard games.
Nice.
And so in World of Warcraft, they are basically in the game as characters, and the card is based on that, the Elite Tauren Chieftain.
Alright, fair enough.
Who, his effect is that he gives you cards, he gives you like one, I think they're called Power Chord cards in the card effect. But the point is, those are all also named after actual Elite Tauren Chieftain songs, like I Am Murloc and For the Horde, I think.
God damn it. Alright. Got some more?
Yes.
Hit me.
I've got 2 more cards just to see if you know what they do. Those are a bit harder because they aren't actually in standard anymore, so I don't know if you've encountered those.
Probably not.
But Brand Bronzebeard is legendary, like relatively well known.
Bronzebeard? Isn't that like a warrior type stuff?
Well, Brand Bronzebeard is a neutral legendary.
No. Wait,
Magni Bronzebeard is the alternate.
Wait. Is that the dude with the cannon?
Nobody actually looks a lot like him.
Okay, then I may have seen him, but probably not.
He makes your battle cries trigger twice.
Oh, okay. Then I did face him, I think.
Which actually is pretty cool if you're running a Volcanosaurus, which adapts twice.
That's 4 times?
It adapts 4 times.
That's tough.
I've actually done that like literally today.
So I've been thinking, like, can you stack Divine Shields?
No.
Okay. That would be great.
You also can't stack Wind Fury.
That would be amazing. Would it be 3 or 4 times?
What it would be, I can't tell you, but it definitely doesn't exist.
That would be nice.
That's what people always go for when they have the, I think it's called Vicious Fledgling, that one which adapts whenever it attacks the opponent's hero.
Yeah.
So they go for Wind Fury the first time, so they can attack again, and then just adapt them the second time. That makes sense. And last one, kind of infamous? Is Reno Jackson.
Reno?
Yes.
Jackson, never heard of him. Don't think I heard of him.
if you have no duplicates in your deck, he actually heals you full.
Heals you full?
Full health.
I mean, there's a lot of cards that do stuff when you have no duplicates, right?
There's a few by now, but he was the first one.
Alright.
Also, he just completely heals you. That's what freeze mages were running back in the day.
That is really tough.
Because freeze mages say freeze your minions.
Yeah.
And then they stall, you know, that's also when like Frost Nova Doomsayer comes out and stuff. Exactly. And then if they're down to low health, because they'll have an ice block, they'll go down to like 1 or 2 health if the opponent actually plays it clever. Well, because if you play it stupid and they have 6 health and you attack with a 6 attack minion, they'll still have 6 health. But then when the ice block triggers, next turn they play Reno and they're just back at full health.
That's pretty tough.
That's pretty tough, yeah.
Goddamn.
So yeah, that's all the questions
that's
for the halftime show. You got a good amount of them right.
Got some of them. Like some that I was supposed to know. But... Like
the last 2 you basically failed because you never had to encounter those in standard. But those are still relatively recent.
The alternate heroes didn't face them enough, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, you got all the standard ones except for Thrall, which...
I know, but I just didn't come up
Yeah, with. I mean, that happens. Yeah. I mean, basically all the cards where I was struggling for
I could have told you, I could have probably told you what the other Murlocs do, but not the Tiny Fin one. Because I don't think people run them that much.
I don't think so either. Right. Although they are pretty good if you like run Evolve and you just... Because, for example, for the Deathseer, you can play him turn 5, but if you don't have a lot on your board, you can just play 0 mana minions. Right. You can still get 2 mana minions.
Also, okay, I got a question for you, right? Probably knows, but what's a minion called that gains like what, +1/1 or +2/2 with every card that you played the turn before?
That's a questing adventurer.
No, I was not what I was thinking of. The questing adventurer.
Oh no, the turn before. Wait,
on that turn, you play a bunch of cards and you play.
Edwin Van Cleave.
Exactly.
Legendary for rogue.
Alright, it's a rogue, right? I've had that once. He had like a Edwin Van Cleave at a 6/6 one at like turn 2. Because he had the coin and he had like a counterfeit coin too.
Yeah.
That was tough.
Which is actually relatively low for him, but...
But in turn 2? 6/6 on turn 2?
Yeah, but you can do like preparation, and then you can cast the spell that you...
Yeah.
A spell for 3 reduced, so that's 2 cards you can play.
Coin, counterfeit coin, all kind of the low stuff, sure. But on turn 2, 6/6, tough.
Yeah, of course.
Fact of the week.
Fact of the week.
Fact of the week, JJ, what you got?
So, this...
Is it a fact?
It's definitely a fact.
Is it a fact? Did you fact check it?
Yes.
Alright.
And that is something that...
Hearthstone related?
No, actually.
Surprising.
But it's something that the actual pieces people might know, but I was... Well, okay, so this is how this goes. The season finale of Rick and Morty, season 3, is going to be called the Rickturian Morty Date.
What?
Which is, first of all, a stretch in their naming convention. Like, that's far more far-fetched than most of the other puns they did.
God damn.
Which is playing off the Manchurian Candidate.
Alright.
Which is a movie about something related to politics.
How do you know that?
Haven't seen it.
Is that already announced?
Yeah, the titles are all already announced.
Oh.
And
I know we're in for the Beth ABCs.
A friend mentioned that to me, the title, and then I actually looked at that because I was like, that has to be a reference to something. And it's a reference to a movie that has to do with politics.
Alright.
And it mentions, for a candidate, it substitutes that for Morty did, which is a bit far-fetched again.
The evil Morty?
But, come on, it's about politics, and it mentions Morty.
President Evil Morty?
It would have to be about Evil Morty.
Of the Citadel? Like
you would think so.
Possibly.
So I wanted to mention that as a fact that...
Kind of hyped for that.
It sounds like Evil Morty is going to be playing another role in the season finale.
Cute fan.
Which means also, 2 appearances
still really hyped for Trenchcoat Rick. C-137? Possible.
Yeah, we don't know.
Original Morty, does it all come together?
Also,
9 more seasons?
This is recorded after episode 7, so just before episode 8. Just so.
Isn't it? Yeah. It's in between the
I'm just saying,
Citadel episode. Tales from Citadel.
If anyone's like, oh, come on, this was revealed.
But bastards.
Yeah.
Fucking you reviewed it yourselves. Come on, man. Yeah.
We record this in advance just
it's recorded like a few days before the next episode drops.
Exactly. So, what's your fact?
My fact of the week is that I'm gonna need to look it up again. I just looked it up and I need to look it up again because I forgot it.
Because my fact was so interesting.
Exactly. My fact of the week is lame compared to your fact, but it's a fact. The flag that the Apollo astronauts planted on the moon is the flag of the United States, and it is now completely white.
Okay. Does that have to do with being exposed to the vacuum of space?
Yeah, and it's like the unprotected rays of the sun, and it's just bleached out.
Oh, of course. I mean, that happens if you leave things out in the sun. That happens. But
exactly, right.
Of course, without a protective atmosphere, happens a lot more.
So the flag, the United States flag, is now it's just a white flag.
Now the moon is just giving up.
Exactly. No, it's like when aliens ever want to contact us and they land on our moon to observe us, they're like, oh, these people are obviously peaceful. Because I assume the white flag is the universal.
I was about to say because it's obviously universal symbol.
So yeah, of course, they gotta be peaceful, and then they just have a look at us, and it's us. And it's like, what happened here?
Not peaceful.
Not peaceful.
Also, if aliens were to ever come to Earth, and you would have to assume that some people would attack them.
Sure,
like
of course,
we would inevitably cause an intergalactic war with them, which.
When
if they're technologically advanced enough to come to us when we didn't even know they exist, they probably obliterate us.
It's not going to be a long war. But here's the thing.
But it's going to be our fault.
Yeah, of course. Here's the thing, right? When have humans ever not dealt violently with something that they didn't understand or know?
Exactly.
Right? I mean, come on. So, whenever contact is made between humans and aliens, it's not going to end well for one of them. Most likely.
And because the aliens, if they
come to us, it's probably us.
We're screwing ourselves, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless the aliens are like, oh, those primitives, and just go away.
Move, because like with triple the speed of light, and it's like they'll never catch us. They can't even go that fast. It's like, we going.
Gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. All right, so we got the second topic coming up, and this is a topic that is near and dear to JJ's heart.
Well, but you suggested it.
That's true.
And I still don't know what we're exactly going to be talking about, but it is about OCD.
It is about OCD, because JJ is self-diagnosed with OCD.
Well, it's like, we just say that I have slight OCD, may or may not be true.
Okay, first of all, right, like most people who claim to have OCD, right, don't really have OCD, because OCD is, that's like something else than like, this is like something slightly off or something. It bugs me a little bit, right? For example, for JJ, right? When it's a stack, we got our microphone resting on a stack of books, right? Because that
tells you how professional we are.
That's how we do in the studios, right? That's our new studio. We brought the stack of books in to remind us of the old school days when we was doing this in JJ's bedroom,
which we still are.
When it's not studio now, we didn't live the room.
Just renamed my bedroom.
We named the room exactly, but it's not our studio. Nothing changed, but it's our studio now.
Also, fun fact: it says "gullible" on the ceiling.
It does say JJ put up a sign, like a little piece of paper that reads "gullible," and it's been sitting on that ceiling for like weeks,
just so that I can make that joke.
Exactly, and when I entered here for the first time, it was there. I pointed it out before he made that joke.
Yeah,
so it says "gullible" on the ceiling. He's like, yeah, I know. Oh, tomorrow.
Oh, it's someone else.
I had him on that one. Had him on that one all day. You're probably never gonna remove that.
I'm lazy.
It surprises me that you was even, you even pulled yourself up to put that up there.
Yeah.
That I would have.
That was one of my creative days. Happens every now and again.
Like just gullible, he just wrote it in a little bit. Like he just wrote it with a pen.
Yeah, way too small. You can barely read it.
Can't read it. Can't read it if there's
in the current lighting conditions. You just can't read it.
Can't read it at all. It's like a little post-it note. It says "gullible" on the ceiling. Not even really ceiling. You know what? Where are we going? OCD, right? And it's the stack of books, right? And like a book is flipped over. Like they're all facing up with the cover, and one is flipped over, or one is pulled out a little bit. It's not the stack isn't symmetrical. That JJ is gonna notice that, and it's gonna bug him. And when I put okay. See that? You see that folder over there, right? I'm pointing to a folder right now. But if that's upside down, right? He's gonna shit himself.
Like, why are you doing that?
He can't have it. I don't even bother with that. I don't even notice when I do that. I just put it down. And it's like, I'll put it this way. He
constantly puts it down the wrong way around.
Put it on this way.
How can you not?
It doesn't make any difference though, does it?
How does it even happen?
You just have it in your hand and you just drop it. You just throw it across the room. It's there. It sits there. Gravity does its job. That's it. Like, man, why does it matter? Okay. Now, JJ.
Also, maybe we should mention that OCD stands for Obsessive Compulsive Disorder.
That's what I was about to ask you. Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. Can you name what it's called? That's exactly what I was saying, yeah.
It would have been stupid if we made a topic about it and didn't even mention what it's called.
Exactly, right? It's called OCD.
Yeah, I mean...
It's a disease, right?
It's the most liberally used term on the internet, pretty much.
Pretty much. Racism.
Yeah.
Racism.
It's right up there.
It's up there. Racism and OCD.
Like, people constantly, if something is slightly off, they're like, oh, this bugs my OCD. Like,
yeah.
People just say that.
But this is the thing, right? People claim OCD every single time, even though... Okay, it's natural that when it's like you got like a pattern, and something is out of line, that's gonna bug you because the human brain is attracted to symmetry.
Yeah.
In general, because that's just what we do.
Our brains are so wired for patterns that they find patterns where there are none.
Exactly. That is probably the most important point we can do. We can in this entire video. Because most people who believe they have OCD because, this isn't, like, this line isn't straight, whereas the other ones are. That makes me uncomfortable. That's normal, right? Because your brain expects them to be all the same, and that will be even and that will be good. That's
why I was saying that the claim that I have OCD is just exaggeration.
But in some cases for you, it's pretty tough. Like with the folder, put it upside down. Like, why do you bother? Something isn't perfectly centered on something else, laying down. It's like that. It bothers him, and he will get up and arrange it too.
So what?
It's like that's weird. That's a lot. Like that's a lot for just being attracted to symmetry. Okay, come on.
I mean, it's nothing new that I'm weird.
It's true. Here's the thing, right? Like real OCD can be really severe.
Yeah.
To the point where people, like when they're walking over the street on a sidewalk where you got like little stones everywhere, they will like look down all the time, like not to step on any like crack in between two stones or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like I've seen a video once where it was a dude who, first of all, he did that, and then he always when he was like at an intersection, right? He was crossing a street. He would look left and right 4 times every single time. There was nothing there, but he'd look left and right 4 times, or something like he would have to cross the street an even number of times or something like that.
Oh, God.
He was like walking back and forth over the street, looking left and right at times, every single way before, because he can't do it other way. Like he can only walk up the steps like one by one or something like that. Like all that type of stuff. That's weird.
And those are the people that are still functional members of society. Sure. There are people who have OCD who just sort of can't deal with like everyday stuff.
Like what?
I don't have any concrete examples, but there are that like really severe cases can definitely limit you in the ability of what you can do.
I also seen a video at one point where it was a little kid, I think. He was having like a yogurt or something like that. It was opening, like you got this thing like the
foil thing.
Exactly. Yeah. He ripped it up, and it was like this little patch of foil left on the rim of the cup, right? Didn't interfere with the opening of the cup at all. But he couldn't eat the thing because the hammer was still closed. Like it didn't like the way of maneuvering his spoon was not limited at all.
Yeah.
But he's like, this is still closed. I'm not eating this. I can't get in there, something like that.
Well, I usually tend to peel all of it off as well, but yeah. But that's stupid, yeah.
But you could technically eat it.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, okay, it doesn't matter. I'm just doing it to do it, but it's not to the point where that's not okay. This is not open yet. That's not how severe it is for you. But sometimes
that type of stuff I'm only doing if I want to piss people off.
But then you're doing it intentionally.
Yeah, of course.
But the stuff like don't step on cracks or something like that. Break your mom's back. And then all I was like, remember that?
What?
It's like step on a crack and you'll break your mama's back.
Never heard that.
That's like, it's what people say tell you when you're a little kid, like don't step on cracks. Because it's dangerous.
Never heard that before.
Because it could be swallowed into the abyss when you step on a crack in the road. And that's how kids get.
Well, as the British say, mind the gap.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Been to London? Ever been to London? Neither have I. Alright. Should go at one point. Meet some fans. Give autographs.
Sure.
Mind the gap.
Because we have that many British fans.
Mind some gaps.
As a matter of fact, the only dislike on our 10 subscriber special was by someone from the United Kingdom.
Of course it was. Brits, man. Fucking one kiss by.
Like 7 likes, 1 dislike.
7 likes, that's a good ratio. 7 likes, pretty good. Forget all the 20% stuff I'm talking about all the time. Like, 20% of likes. Not even close. 7? That's a lot.
Well, to be fair, that was our most liked video, I believe. Like, from pure,
which is good.
Amount of likes.
Which also, let me just say that real quick, right? Like the video. If you like the video, then logic would dictate that you would gotta physically like the video. And if you dislike the video, then just...
Can I just say that...
Like it anyway, because you don't want to be that guy. I mean, come on.
Can I just say that it bugs me if the number of dislikes is not equal to 0? Like, just don't do that to me, people.
Yeah, exactly, right? He's got OCD. The number of... alright, listen, right? The number of dislikes, when it's not exactly 0, JJ's going nuts. He's going batshit insane over here.
I think I should have said that... Then I should have just said, keep the number even. So then people who want to piss me off to make it odd, and then the people who don't want to piss me off make it even again.
That's a good idea.
Just to farm likes. But I don't think that works. Because we don't have that many viewers.
That would be a good idea, though. We also should discuss our...
I'm pretty sure that people have done that in comment sections of other videos where they were like...
Yeah, I'll keep this like total even.
Yeah,
that's... Exactly. Right?
Someone will like it just to make it odd, and someone else will like it to keep it even.
That's just using different types of personalities to... Good idea, though. We should do that. At one point else, we should stop talking about that on the air.
Our secret evil plan.
I don't feel like editing all this bullshit, alright?
It's not like we need to cut that out.
I'm not gonna cut... I'm probably not gonna cut it out. I might leave it in. Just leave it raw. Why not? Any more stuff about OCD? Do you have any... feel like you have any more symptoms that I maybe don't know? Or, can't call right now?
Don't think so.
Something that just bugs you, that's just weird. That it bugs you.
I mean... There's a thing that bugs me that you would know because I just told you before we started recording, which is on my keyboard there's little lights that show if numblock is on or
But that's not really OCD. That's just there's a light there, and I'm
I
don't like my face.
I just don't like it when those are on, even if it's bright daylight and you barely notice. I don't like it. But
stuff
But again, I don't actually have OCD.
Yeah,
I want to make that clear.
Yeah, no. But stuff for example, when you got a napkin on your table and it little piece of the napkin looks over the edge of the table.
So what?
Is that okay for you, or are you I'm gonna need to adjust this to get it fully on the table?
That's okay, but I barely have napkins. But yeah,
in case you had one, that's something, right? That's something to, you know what? All right, do you never step on cracks? Do you look down constantly, never step on cracks?
I don't care. As a kid, I used to sometimes do that just when I was walking home from school or something, just
to have fun,
just to have something to do while walking home from school,
and entertain yourself. Yeah.
But I never had a problem with it.
You walk to school?
Yeah.
Why did you walk? It's quite a bit.
Elementary school.
Oh yeah, that's closer, right?
Yeah,
it's closer.
It's
I was thinking
half a mile.
I was thinking high school.
It's half a mile from here, my elementary school.
High school was a way.
Pretty much, if I would have taken the bus, which I'm not even sure if there would have been one at the time.
Would have taken you same time?
It would have taken me from one bus stop right to the next.
No,
which would have been maybe 10% of the total distance that I would have to walk, because my distance to school would be almost as long as my distance to the nearest bus stop.
All right, I see you. Fair enough. You know what? Fair enough. I think I know what bus stops you're talking about.
Yes.
I'm quite familiar with the area. Any more to say about OCD or your OCD, potential OCD?
I don't think so. But there's one thing that we definitely need to do.
First of all, okay, before you do the musical pun, right? I know because that's what I assumed you were gonna do.
Of course.
Let us know if you have OCD in the comment section, and keep it symmetrical. Keep the like number even. All that. Oh yeah, one more thing, right? That's a surprising amount of people who are like when you're driving in the car, the volume, right? The volume of the music, they'll keep it at an even number.
Like
fun fact,
people.
I do have 2 acquaintances who share the exact same birthday, and they both do that.
Okay.
Born on the exact same day, exact same year, and they both do it.
Pretty sure there's a correlation, not a causation.
And they've both done it before. While I was around. That was like when the second person did it, I was like, you do that too? That person does it too. Exact same date of birth. Just a fun fact.
That's just a correlation, though.
That's just like all the 5 people I know, 2 of them that much in common. Interesting.
That never really bugged me. Like, I do play around with the volume of my radio all the time, but
right.
just because it's like this song is louder than the rest of them, like turn it down a bit and then turn it up again.
But it's not like it has to be an even number or it has to be a power of 2.
No,
it has to be divisible.
Power of 2
divisible by 5.
Power of 2 would be annoying because 8 is not that loud on my radio. I usually have it around 10.
Yeah.
But putting it at 16 is way too loud.
Nah, possible.
that would be a problem.
Let's go 32. Let's go 32.
I don't even think it can go. I think it only goes up to 20.
Speaking of music in the car radio, right? We will have to leave you on a high note on a bad musical pun. The song of the week, JJ. What is your song of the week?
Talking about stepping on cracks in the street.
Wait a minute. Is it related to Hearthstone? No, it's not.
No. I was going to relate to OCD, but...
OCD? Stepping on cracks in the street?
Because I do it, and that means I'm living on the edge. By Aerosmith.
What?
That was fun.
What? Why are you living on the edge because of that? That's when you step on a crack on a stone, but there's no stone after that. That's when you're on the edge.
Trying to relate it.
Also, who lives on an edge?
Living on the edge does not necessarily mean a literal edge.
It means a literal edge, a cliff. That's what it means.
If I'm talking symbolism here, then to someone who has OCD,
yep,
that's a crazy thing to do.
Fair enough.
And I'm living on the edge.
Fair enough, alright. Who lives on an edge though? Like visited sometimes, but living there? It's risky, man. Come on, fall off. Dude, okay. I'm going to just turn a blind eye to that one. And that's also my song of the week. Turn a Blind Eye by The Call. Let's see how I chained that together. Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So
master transitions.
Master. Listen, wish I was that good at editing. God damn. I just about figured out how to transition the prelude of like when you do a review to the intro.
Okay.
That's all I figured out about transitions so far. Listen to both those songs. Good songs. Do you know Turn a Blind Eye even? Do you even know that? Because I do have a couple of songs still sitting in a private playlist that I need to show you. And that just might be one of them.
That just might be.
Just might be.
It doesn't ring a bell right now, but yeah.
Really good songs, both of them. But you know the band, The Call.
Yeah, of course.
Great band. Probably, potentially top 10 band next time.
Not a top 10 band.
Potentially next time top 10.
Like maybe a top 20 band, but not a top 10 band.
Potentially. I'm just saying, they might make the move. Okay, song of the week is done, JJ.
That's it.
That's it.